Hey guys, it's Rockapella Horror 1, and I'm just recording this because I went to New York in December, and I actually got to see Rockapella live, and it was like the most amazing experience ever. And so this following footage is of me telling you right after about the experience, meeting Barry Carl, meeting the original members of XRP, and I haven't actually got footage talking about what happened, like what happened before I got to the hotel room, and it's kind of confusing. And so what happened was, okay, I'm filling in what happened when I got out of the taxi because I was trying to blog every little moment that happened, so I didn't actually get that on camera. When I was walking to the door, I actually saw Barry. Like, I saw Barry also when I, like, in the window or whatever. He was, like, wearing a red shirt, and I was like, oh my god, it's him. Like, I literally freaked out. I was like, I am, like, is this real? I went up to the bar and just sat down. I was like, oh god. Actually, I didn't sit. I was just, like, standing for a while. So I was just basically just standing there, like, frozen. Eventually, like, I got a seat at the bar because I was, like, less nervous to, like, move. I was just, like, enjoying the show, basically. And then they sung Long Cool in a Black Dress, and that's when Steve pointed me out. And that's the point in the video that I actually took where I was explaining about that. So right now I'm going to cut to the video, and I hope you guys enjoy my story of my first Rockapella concert. This is a very long vlog. I just want to put that up on there before we start. December 13th, 2012, New York City, Paramount, New York, the Turning Point Cafe. I just saw Rockapella live.
When I pushed you away, you turned my sorrow into silk, you turned my sorrow.
So I had to switch my camera because it ran out of memory. What part was I at, guys? I can't remember. So as the show progressed, he sung 60-Minute Man. He did, and I really liked it, and I told him after how much I liked it, and they sung Keep On Smiling, and they sung Winter Wonderland, which is funny because that was in the fanfic I was writing, because I write fanfics. I write fanfics for fun. Anyway, but yeah, it's funny because when the main character in my story goes to the concert, the Rockapella concert in Toronto, she sees that Barry's not there, and she wonders, like, oh no, like, it's probably her fault that he's not there, because she goes backstage because she's invited by Sean to, I guess, just to be backstage. I don't know. I can't really remember the story. I have to read it over. It's been a while, guys. But she starts, like, singing Winter Wonderland with the guys to kind of, like, get them warmed up for the show, because they're all, like, upset because Barry's not there, and they're like, oh, it's all your fault that he's not there, blah blah blah. And yeah, so they start singing Winter Wonderland, and I found it funny because that was the Christmas song they chose to sing. I didn't know it was going to be that long, and I was, like, happy that it was. I have to take off my shoes. They hurt so much. I've been wearing heels all day. I've been wearing these shoes, the Marcianos, and I've been wearing my Jacob boots all over Manhattan, walking up and down. It was fun. It hurt my feet so much, and I had to walk 20 blocks. So I was like, fuck it, and I took the subway because it was too far. I was like, I'm not walking, like, the way over there. I guess they're just, like, singing all of my favorite songs and everything, and they went off stage a couple times, like, in between to, like, fix their hair. I would totally do that too. But they were like getting a drink or something, and they would go back on stage and everyone would like clap and stuff. And I was clapping too. I clapped a lot. I usually don't like do anything at concerts. I usually just sit there. But this time I was like actually like clapping and like kind of like singing along. I had to, okay, like, but I didn't, I mean, it was cool. Either way. They went on to sing like the hits, like Steve sung his hit for sure. Can't remember. Elliot's, whenever I walked in, first thing I saw was they were appreciating Barry. And I walked in, and then I was like, I wish I walked in earlier because I would have been there appreciating him too. But everyone was already doing that, and they're all like, we were trying to find a base in Manhattan or something like that, and we couldn't find anything. Then we found Barry, and he was the best. And everyone was cheering. I was like, damn, I wish I was cheering too, because I would totally cheer for Barry being the base. And I think it was just a blur because I don't even remember what he was saying, even though it was like an hour ago. I was just speechless, honestly. Anyway, so then Sean was doing some singing, doo-wop stuff, and there's that guy Ed Chung from Duende, and he was doing the drumming and everything, and I remember talking to Barry about that. I was like, I don't know anything about drumming, okay? Don't talk to me about that. I don't know anything. Like, I don't know anything about rhythm or tempo, so just like, it was fun talking to him about that. I'm happy we did. I think he asked me, he was like, do you work with a lot of drummers? I'm like, you think I don't work with any drummers. What are you talking about? I do sing, but I'm not like legit like anyone you know. But, and he was just sipping on his Jack, and I was like, as I like kind of glanced up, I saw Edward Chung, I don't know, from Duende, and Elliot Kerman, Sean Altman, Steve Kais, and Barry Carl all walking off stage. Right, so they're walking off stage. Wait a minute. They were walking towards the bar where I was sitting. I was like, oh my god, like heart attack. And they kind of walked past me like, who the fuck are you? Like, Sean might have said hi to me. Steve walked by and I was too shy to look in his eyes or look at him, so I kind of like looked away. And then all of a sudden I see this really handsome guy with like a red shirt on. I was really excited for that. Okay, and I think he's hot. I was starstruck. He walked towards me and I kind of looked away. I was like, okay, this is awkward. Like, what if he doesn't know who I am, and then it's just gonna be like weird, and like, and he walked towards me. He stuck out his hand and he's like, you must be Tanya. And I'm like, yeah, nice to meet you. That was a little bit overplayed, but like really, really shy. The shyest I've ever been, I think, in a long, long time. I don't think I've ever met anyone who I like not close to me. And then it was awkward because I don't know what to say. I didn't know what to say to him. I just basically sat there looking at him. I think he walked by and talked to some other people. I was speechless, and my stomach was flipping. He's very like man. He's very manly, which is cool. We weren't saying anything, like we were just standing there for a while. Like I felt really bad for him because I'm pretty sure he expected me to be more talkative. But he's like, yeah, I know that you had high expectations or something. It was more personal because we were so close to like the stage and stuff, and my expectations for him is just, I love him, he's right there, I get to see him live. That's pretty much it. I didn't think, oh, they're gonna put on a show and throw sparkles into the crowd and pop champagne and everyone gets drenched and streamers coming out from the ceiling. Or I didn't expect that. I don't I wouldn't trade it. I don't think I'd want that in replace for what I actually had. It was a really, really good experience. So to all you Rockapella watchers, probably like the only 2 that watch this, you should go to a concert because it's fun. Okay, so yeah, me and Barry were like talking. We were like, I was like, are you serious right now? Like, I thought he would probably stay away from me, you know, like, because he probably thought I was crazy or something, because like that's how I come off sometimes to people. So he probably thought I was crazy, but still he came up and talked to me, which is very nice. I mean, who knows, maybe he doesn't think I'm crazy, but regardless, like, it's nice to come and, like, actually talk to somebody. He was very polite, as expected, because he's Barry Carl, come on. At that point when there's nothing to say, I was like, oh, I have something for you, and I was like, cheesy. So I pulled out the Macy's bag that I brought with me, that I ran to, Herald Square to get, which is special for me. I don't know if it's special for him because, he lives here, but for me it would be like something special. But I mean, I wanted to get a teddy bear, so I found the perfect one because his name's Bear. So and I signed the tag to be from T. So I gave it to him. I was like, it's a bear, typical. He had it and he's like, oh, that's so sweet. I still had the bag in my hand and I was like struggling with it. I was like, I'm gonna put it on the floor. As I dropped it on the floor, and okay, and he opened his arms, and okay, this is just getting too awkward. He came up to, I think I was the first one he talked to of the fans or whatever. Yeah, so I gave him a hug, and God, it was like, stood there for like maybe like 4 seconds, and in my head it was just like, like the angels, like, and like it felt like heaven. I was floating in the air and there was like angels dancing around me. Okay, I don't know how I come up with this stuff, guys, but that's what it was like. Barry, you give the best hugs ever. Steve came over to me and he was like, are you a big Rockapella fan? I'm like, hey, I'm Tanya, nice to meet you. And he was like commenting on my shoes and stuff, and he was like, oh, I love your sequin dress. I'm like, I love your voice. I wonder what's that's like, you know, I wonder what it's like meeting somebody like that. That doesn't make sense. He was probably like, oh, the blue eyes. Like, everyone always tells me when they first meet me that I have really blue eyes. I've had so many people tell me about my eyes, so I wonder if he thought about my eyes. Or it could be my legs. He could have noticed, or it could have been my hips, or he could be a boob guy. Maybe he's a boob guy. I had a lot of people tell me that too. But, or he probably didn't even look at all, and maybe he's just trying to understand my spirit like a good guy. I'm sure that's what it was. Yes, that's what it was. When he was performing, I could always see, like, out of the corner of his eye, he kind of, like, glanced up at me and then glanced away. Like, I kind of, like, I don't know, I hope I didn't, like, throw him off or anything, because it's probably awkward, just me being there. Just this random girl who likes you is there. Oh my god. Today we're talking about Edward Chung. I mean, we're, like, about how he's such a great guy, and I've seen him performing with you on YouTube, and then we're talking about how, I was like, but you had Jeff Thatcher before or something. I honestly don't keep tempo myself. He was like, because since I'm a bass, you need like a punch. And I remember he was like, you need just like some solid punch. And I'm like, yeah, I just got a punch. Yeah. That's all I remember. Oh, I'm so tired. I just want to finish telling you my amazing stories about tonight. It was weird though. It was like, oh my god, it was like talking to a teacher. You know, not in a bad way. It was just like, you're talking to somebody who knows so much more than you know, and it was exactly like, I felt like I was talking to one of my college professors. Oh, it's weird. We were talking about how the group has a good chemistry, and Barry was saying something about, it was like, he said something about putting something in a pocket, and he kept saying about putting it deeper and deeper in a pocket, and I'm like, what are you trying to get at there, mister? Like, are you talking dirty or trying to explain some concept? And he was drinking Jack and just sipping it, and I'm like, I wish I was your Jack. Make me your Jack. Should make a song about that. LMFAO. Anyways, I can't remember what I was saying before because I got interrupted by a phone call. But basically, I'm never gonna forget this moment. Going to Piermont and the Turning Point, this little cafe in the middle of New York. Like, I will never forget this moment.